the flask doesn't split for at least 25 years, we give a guarantee. After use, if anything happens, we'll maintain it at our cost. It sells like popcorn in Mumbai. Why? Because it comes with a 25-year guarantee. Differentiated product. You need to differentiate. You cannot sell a Me Too and expect to get a price premium. Why? I'm not an idiot. Always remember, the question your customer is asking, whether you're selling steel, whether you're selling yarn, whether you're selling fabric, or whether you're selling cosmetics, the question your customer asks, top of mind is, what is there in it for me? To transliterate that into Hindi and Punjabi, कि भैया मेरा क्या है इसमें? How do I benefit from this? How do I stand to gain? I don't care who you are, I don't care who your father was, I don't care who your grandfather was. You make it in collaboration with the German company, you use this technology, you use that technology, you use this, that, blah, 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 blah. Now you answer my question, the bottom line. What is there in it for me? If you can answer that question satisfactorily, but if you can't, Khuda Aujo, see you, I'll get back to you. Alright? And most of the time, yes, Tejinder.
Yeah, since in fact I'm dealing with the consumer goods, you just take the case of food items like since there's a lot of competition is everywhere, but
yes.
food items, just take the case of biscuits only.
Yeah.
Every company is coming with all types of biscuits, with all types of flavors. Like every company is having coconut biscuit, cream biscuit, and butter biscuits like that. So how we can really put that differentiation factor in our biscuits, which puts us in the customer's mind.
Alright, I'll answer Tejinder's question. In fact, this is one of the topics I'll talk about this evening at the Rotary Club meeting, I think in this very place. The market at the bottom of the pyramid, one of the finest examples of marketing anywhere in the world, I repeat myself, one of the finest examples of marketing anywhere in the world you can find is a product called Parle Glucose Biscuit. The product has kept pace with markets, and it's one of the few products that understood C.K. Prahlad long before C.K. Prahlad even wrote his book, Marketing to the Bottom of the Pyramid. In fact, this is probably the key to success in the next century, where India's pyramid is going to open up a new market for the world. Alright? Parle-G has 4 biscuits wrapped in a cellophane, transparent, costing 1 rupee. If you go to a dhaba or a tapri or a small dukan, what we call, anywhere into rural India, you will get chai in a kullad. You know what a kullad is? An earthen pot, hot piping tea, and the fellow will dip his hand into the jar and pick out a pack of 4 Parle biscuits for 1 rupee. He'll open the cellophane, he'll take all 4, dip it in the kullad and put all 4 in his mouth. He dips his hand back into the jar, takes out the nuts one and does it, and he pays his bill and he goes away. Has anyone done that here? Chai out of a kullad? There are sales guys. I'm ashamed of you. If you haven't done that, you don't deserve to call yourself sales or marketing guys. I do that all the time. What do you think I did? I landed here last evening. What do you think I did all evening? Nothing, I just walked through Gumar Mandi. Gumar Mandi? Gumar Mandi, okay, sorry. Pardon my pronunciation. I'm not Punjab. Pardon? You live there. So I was wending my way through Gumar Mandi, finding out what products, what people buy and how they live and how they work. That's how you should do it. Anyway, so Parle-G.
Do you mean this is the sales strategy or what exactly is this?
Okay, this is the 4th P I talked about. You know, Tejinder, you asked me a food question. Can I give you a food answer?
Yeah.
Alright. Which is the largest brand of beverage in the world?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Do you know, in 1977, Coca-Cola was thrown out of India by Mr. George Fernandez and the Janata Party.
Yeah.
Do you know in 1977, when Coca-Cola was brought out of India, Coca-Cola was available in villages of India where drinking water was not available? Do you know the mission, the brand mission of Coca-Cola? Can anybody tell me?
Yeah, they want it.
What are they?
Affordability.
No.
No.
That you invented. Yes, what's the brand mission?
The product should be available at arm's length.
Yes, sir. There you go. To be available at the arm's length of desire. That's the brand mission. That means whenever someone in the world, that's for you, whenever someone in the world, hey, look at that. Whenever someone in the world feels thirsty, he should be able to shut his eyes, stick his arm out, and fetch a Coke. To be available at arm's length of desire. And that is what has made it the world's biggest brand. And now we have done a research and found out that Coke tastes best at 3 degrees. So now they have changed the company mission. They say to be available at an arm's length of desire at 3 degrees. So if you walk through Gumar Mandi and you walk through all those villages of Punjab, you will find those tapris with little visi coolers. Small red boxes with a glass front. There you see the Coke. You see those? They cost 11,500 each. And Coke has given them away free of cost. Plus they give the shop 300 rupees a month for the electricity for that visi cooler. You know how much their investment is? Calculate 11,500 into how many visi coolers? Why? Why hardly? Why is Coke doing that? No for brand awareness, man. To be available at an arm's length of desire at 3 degrees. There's only caveat there. You can stuff whatever else you want into that visi cooler, but not Pepsi. You can put sabzi, you can put palak, you can put Amul butter, you can put anything in that visi cooler, but not Pepsi. And with all that effort, do you know Tejinder, which is the largest selling beverage in India today?
India, it is Pepsi.
Pepsi. The only country in the world where Pepsi beats Coca-Cola. Not only country, no, one of the countries. Don't ask me why, but it's very marginal. It's just a percentage point. It's not very huge. They are almost equal. And Thumbs Up is no brand. I mean, Thumbs Up is a small regional brand of Western India, which is still there. Ramesh Jawan's brand.
Still in black salmon, it is still the most dominating brand. It is selling more than Coca-Cola as well as Pepsi. The Thumbs Up only brand.
You know why? Because Old Monk goes best with Thumbs Up. You don't know? You should know. We'll find out this evening. Alright? Okay. Tejinder, I won't tell you why.
This is you're talking about the distribution impact.
Yeah.
I just really want
You see, let me complete Tejinder. You see, in a brand of cookies, biscuits, and stuff like that, brand salience comes from its availability on the shelf. Advertising helps, but more than advertising, I would exhort you to invest in your distribution infrastructure. Because these are low value, low involvement purchase products. There are 2 types of products, okay? I'll very briefly put that. People, will you excuse me for a minute to answer his question? If you took a, for instance, involvement means mental involvement. If I want to buy a laptop, Tejinder, you do a lot of research, ask your friends, ask your neighbors, ask your son, ask your son's friends. It will be a high involvement, high value purchase falling in this quadrant, correct? If you want to buy a motor car, you do the same thing, falling there. But if you want to buy let us say, low value but high involvement product, like let's say a tablet for your headache, you wouldn't go and buy any tablet costing 2 rupees. You say, no. Shall I buy a Crocin or an Anderson? So there's involvement, but there's low value that fall in this quadrant. But you have a high value but low involvement product, like something like a 5-star meal for something like where you take up lunch in this restaurant, 500 rupee dish, you wouldn't bother whether this costs 525 or 535. High value, low involvement. But your biscuit falls in a low involvement, low value category, where people buy on impulse. So people walk into the shop and look around and say, hey, this looks pretty. I buy it. It costs $5, cheap enough, low risk situation. I'm going to risk 5 rupees. Go ahead with it. I buy it, I taste it, I like it, I eat it. I don't like it, I throw it out. The next time I don't touch the product. Low involvement, low value. In such a case, brand salience doesn't become as important as being available on the shelf. The more it is available, the more it will be sold. The less it is available, the less it will be sold. You may want to be a shelf hog and hog the shelf, like Lay's does. Frito Lay's, they jam the shelf with their packs. So when you enter the shop, you just see Lay's, Lay's and more Lay's. So you pick up a Lay's and you walk out.
But it is also supplemented with the advertisements and all.
Well, yes.
Because basically, if we it is a food item and it is going to be expired.
Correct.
If that consumer demand is not generated.
Correct. So if you look at the example of Lay's, when they launched the brand, they advertised heavily with Saif Ali Khan, nobody can eat just one. Correct? Today, do you see any of those ads on television? They hardly advertise. Because it was done to establish the brand. Once the brand is established, the next phase is occupation. Occupy shelf space. Be at an arm's length of desire. Be where people go, like, whenever someone's hungry and needs a snack, he should be able to access Born. Fine? So every college canteen, every school canteen, every hospital canteen, every dhaba, every Punjab State Road Transport bus station should have Born. Then you will say.
To quote an example with his I just went out with my family to Shimla, and on the road we wanted to buy Britannia biscuits for myself, and we couldn't get any. And the only two available brands on the highway, it was a 100-200 kilometer stretch where I could not find. The two available brands were Cremica and Born.
Great.
These are our two brands, and I had no option, but yes, because we had heard of Born through advertising or Cremica through advertising only, we bought Cremica or Born. We had no option. But if they were not advertised, I wouldn't have bought that 5 rupees.
Alright, so advertising also gives a certain credibility to brand. So do advertise Tejinder, otherwise blokes like me will be out of business. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, that's for you, that's for you. That's for you, that's the keepsake. Okay, I won't throw it back at you because it will hit too many heads in between. Yes, sir. Any other questions? Anyone wants to say anything?
Because of industry where brand matters a lot.
Yeah.
But in the case of B2B business and we are dealing in commodities.
Yeah.
Just like for most of the people, bicycle would not be a commodity, but in the today world, where we are facing a huge competition from China, it has become a commodity. And they just fight for price.
Correct.
Brand
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter when it is about bicycle park.
All right. Yes.
How can
so Vinay has asked a brilliant question. Vinay says, when it comes to bicycle parts, it can't be branded, right? I'm selling parts which go into cycle that will then create a brand. Then how do I compete? If you can't have a brand, which you can't, obviously, you need to have a product which has a performance that is way above the other products produced in the country. You've got to have like man and Superman. So you have product and super product. To give you a small example, have you ever seen a Sony product on sale? Well, you couldn't have, because it is their international principles never to discount a Sony wherever they go. It's a Sony. So how do they manage when they are high priced? I mean, a Sony Vaio costs more than any other laptop, and a Sony television costs more than any other television. and a Sony, they just say it's a Sony. You ask the fellow, क्या discount मिलेगा? It's a Sony. आपको डिस्काउंट चाहिए तो वो वाला ले लो, अकाई है, सैमसंग है, सैमसंग है, तोशिबा है, वो सब ले लो. पर ये चाहिए, it's a Sony. Very few people know Akai, Samsung are all brands owned by Sony. The brands are owned by Sony Corporation. Sony is used only for the premium, and the others are used as flanking strategies to wipe up the bottom end of the market that's looking for discounts and low price. Now, you could think of something like that if you want to establish a premium for your product. But if you're a commodity, then remember, you cannot command the price. The market will command the price for you. If you grow wheat, and you grow rice, and you grow cotton, and you grow soybean, and you